Yeah, fishy, 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 fishy. A massive carp on the bank. No fish, no bites, no nothing. It looks very fishy. Monster carp in the boat. It's not had a bite yet, not had a fish yet. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Nathan, tell your dad to stop pressing about and get it caught.
Yes, not water licked. Yes, first fish. Dawn has come, dawn has gone. Now, unfortunately, no fish, but I do manage to catch a turtle, which is pretty unusual. Well, camp spot number 1. That is Lake Burrumbeet. Well, this was one of those camp spots we had absolutely no idea what I was getting ourselves into. If it weren't for the fact it was getting dark, I think we would be trying to look for somewhere else. But this'll do. We'll put the swags down in front of the boat. It's a bit of a cliff edge behind me down to the water. But like I say, it's getting dark and we don't need to keep searching around and around and around. Literally want to get our heads down and then get a bit of fishing in the morning. Jeez, look at the speed of that. Okay, right, finally at the shore doing a bit of fishing. Rod on the left, cast over that way. Rod on the right, cast over that way to the edge of that reed bed. Rod in the middle, that's just waiting for Nath to come. But yeah, let's see what we catch. Bit of a late start because well, to be honest, just couldn't be bothered to get out the swag this morning. But yeah, it certainly does look nice. I reckon sort of fishing along that area there would actually be a good spot. Wished I'd spotted that before I settled myself in, but we'll see how we go here. If it's no good, might move over there. Well, I'm hoping that by casting to the end of that reed bed there, we'll be able to pick up a couple of fish. Let's see how we go. Yeah, fishy, 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 fishy. Come on, fishy. So I'm targeting carp today. We've got we've got some sweet corn in there. We've got some breadcrumbs. Quite often use Jello to help bind it all together. But the other little secret ingredient today is some hemp seed oil. I'm hoping that's going to get me into one heck of a big carp. Right, I'll bring you back when I've got a massive carp on the bank. Okay, no fish, no bites, no nothing at the other location. So which was over there. So I've moved down to this reed bed that I mentioned on the left hand side. So I've got a couple of baits, one just off the point and one just sort of halfway through the reed bed. There's definitely some fish around here, because that is a pile of fish scales, decent sized fish as well. So yeah, let's get them fingers crossed. Let's sing our little fishy, fishy, fishy song, and hopefully we'll catch something. Well, time to pack up and head off. Nothing from that little bay, so it's a day of being water licked, Nath. Not a single fish yet. But we'll get to Lake Eppalock tonight, then we'll catch some fish, I promise. Okay, so we are just in Burrumbeet Creek. So as we were leaving the place where we camped and fished last night and this morning, we just sort of saw this creek and I thought, geez, it looks nice for a little bit of a fish. You can see there's a bit of water in here. The other end of this creek, where it actually comes out of the lake, That's actually really small and narrow, but yeah, this section here, only a couple of feet of water in it, but yeah, it looks beautiful. Thought it'd be worth just sitting and having a couple of crisps and something to eat. See some fishing, see if we can catch anything. It looks very fishy. There's got to be some fish in here. What we want to see, that rod tip going. Right. Yeah, fishy, fishy, fishy. Okay, so we've made it to Lake Eppalock. We're at a place called Kirang Point. There's a boat ramp here. Considering it's the weekend before Australia Day on Sunday, I thought there'd be a lot more people here. A lot of traffic leading here, sorry. But yeah, pretty quiet. Right, we're going to get our boat launched. We're going to go for a spin around. And we're going to camp over there because that's an island. And we're going to camp there because we can. Why the hell not? Never camped on an island before. But yeah, we're going to go there and have a little bit of fun. So we're just going to load a load of stuff out of the car and into the boat. Get the boat in the water. And go have a bit of boating, camping, fishing fun. Right, you ready for this, Nath?
Yeah.
Let's go do it. So we've got the boat loaded up. A bit of food, some supplies, the swags, a couple of jumpers and stuff, and pans for cooking, and a cooler box with a few beers in there and some food. Right, where does back down that boat ramp, and once we've finished we'll go and park the boat, park the trailer and the car right there, and we'll be out the way and we'll be able to see it as well from the island. So that one's a small island, and we've just looked on the map again, and behind that one there's another one which is 2-3 times as big. So we'll have a little spin around, see what we think's gonna work. Keep an eye on the deck. Woohoo! Sweet ass, bro! Hey! Right, well, we just done a lap of the island just to see what it's like, and we're going to head over pretty much straight in front of us now onto the point of the island. Bring the boat in there and see what it's like. We're not too sure what the depth's going to be like, but the other areas we checked, basically once you was off the shore you were down to like 6-7 meters really quickly. So we shall see. Right, okay, we've just come ashore here, dropped the swags off and the cooler box, which then gives us a fair bit more room in the boat, and Nate's going to just very gently and slowly take us out. I'm not sure what you can see here, but maybe 10-15 meters offshore there's continuous snags and twigs like this. So the fishing I'm going to be doing, if I get caught in them I'll lose my fishing tackle. So we're going to go just a few meters offshore and then kind of drop the bait this side of all them snags. So hopefully I'm going to be fishing away from them all, but not in super deep water. But we're going to get out to about 4 meters ish deep, Nath, are we?
Yeah, it's around
about that now.
Yeah.
All right, and then we'll drop the anchor over, and then I will cast back that way to sort of 2 and 3 meter depth.
Anchor down. Oh, it's 4.2 meters deep here.
We'll see if we should spin around, I reckon, with the wind, and let's see if just make sure we don't drift. I don't think we will, Nath. I think there's enough down there.
Yeah.
Right. Let's get fishing rod on the go. Right, so we're keeping things simple. Big hook. Half a dozen sweet corn on there. And a swim feeder with breadcrumbs. And some sweet corn in it. Right, and we'll cast that back to sort of shore. What depth are we at now, Nath?
4.1 here.
Right, so if I cast, that should be at that sort of 3 meters, something like that. Perfect. All right, something a little bit different. So we've got luncheon meat, a little bit of spam out the tin, cut into I don't know, 1.5, 2 centimeter weird shape, Nath.
Thank
Oh,
you.
there we go.
Thank you. The tin is curved.
So this is called a hair rig, and you don't get people fishing this way very often in Australia, but it's the way we fish in the UK. So hair rigs in the UK regularly have a boilie on the end, but you can put anything on them. So you use this special hook tool, put it through the bait, and put the hook onto the hair. It's called a hair. Put it onto there, and then with a little fancy little gadget like that, and that fits. Oh my God, it's not easy doing it on a boat. That fits like that, and then just push the luncheon meat back, and as you can see, that actually holds it on nicely. Now that sits on the bottom, and when the fish sucks that into its mouth, the hook's presented perfectly into its lips. That's the idea. I don't know if it's going to work. No, it does. It works in the UK, but I've had very little success fishing this way in Australia. I found the best way over here is to just put a big hook on with half a dozen sweet corn or a huge worm. But hey, we're here for a few hours. Let's give this another go. And I'm using a feeder again just to try and attract the fish. Because as this sinks to the bottom, you get a cloud of breadcrumbs in the water, and yeah, helps to attract them. Right, we will give that one a little cast in, and I will give that a cast forwards. That should be in, what do you reckon, 3 meters of water?
Yeah, 2.5, 3.
2.5, 3. So a couple of meters is kind of, yeah, he's good. 1.5, 2 meters, pretty good. Give that a try, see what we get. Right, okay, that's it. We're officially past sunset. You can see the sun is just dropped below the horizon over there. We've not had a bite yet, not had a fish yet. I don't know what the hell's going on. I usually catch, but this trip has not been very successful up to now. Usually on the Murray we get a couple of fish, but oh well, we'll give it a go in the morning. But we'll stay out here for a little bit longer. It's beautiful and warm, and yeah, we'll just sort of see if things pick up as things get a little bit darker. Right, we'll bring you back once I get a monster carp in the boat. Promise. It's coming up now, Nath. Just look over the side. There we go. Yeah, if you grab the net, son.
Yeah.
just give it. Just give us 1 sec.
I'm watching the performance.
I know, but we don't normally catch them, Mum. That's the. It's thrown me. All right, so that's it.
First fish we've ever caught on the boat.
First fish ever on the boat, Nath. Woohoo! It was such a surprise. I wasn't expecting it.
We're on the phone with Grandma.
I was going to say that was we were doing FaceTime with my mum in the UK, and yeah, she was like, oh. Anyway, she brought us a bit of luck, and she didn't believe it. It's the first time she's ever seen us catch anything, I think. Right, we'll get this thing unhooked, Nath. We'll have to leave it in the boat, won't we, till we get it back to shore. Put it in the bucket. Yes, not water licked. Yes, first fish. Right, we'll catch you guys later. Hopefully we'll get a much bigger one. Oh, good morning. Well, dawn has come, dawn has gone. It's sort of 7:30, 7:45 now, and I haven't even been fishing yet. The plan was to get up and get fishing crack of dawn, but oh crap, night's sleep. Anyway, let's have a little look outside. Oh, she's looking beautiful out there. Right, let's get in that boat and get a little bit of fishing on before brekkie. Right, it's about 8 o'clock. I'm out fishing again. Just cast back to similar spots to yesterday. So we're in 3.7, 3.8 metres of water. And I'm casting back to about 2.5 metres, 2.5 metres of depth. So we're casting out about halfway between here and the shore. Must be prime real estate, this area, because we have another 2 boats that are out here already. So they were out here before I even got up this morning. Didn't hear them come, but when I got out the swag, there they were. Right, let's get some fishing done. Waiting. Okay, we've got one. Don't think it's that huge, but took off like a bat out of hell, which is nice. See what, they don't give up, these fish. Well, right, we got one. Not massive, but we got one. I will bring you guys back when I catch the next one. Okay, so we're just waiting for Kerry to arrive, but we thought we'd do a little bit of fishing. Now, I've been losing a lot of tackle because we're fishing on the bottom for the carp, but the depth finder is showing that there's a fair few fish. I don't know, when you're sort of 5-6 metres deep, there's a few fish, couple of metres, 3 metres underneath the surface. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually set myself up with a float, and we'll try the bait a couple of metres underneath. Yeah, underneath the surface. So what I'm doing here, right, so we've got a large self-cocking float, so it's got its own weight on it underneath. A couple of lead shot there, which will just hold it in position, and I'll move those lead shot. Once I put a hook on the end, I'll move that lead shot to give me a couple of metres of depth, and then we'll cast that in and give that a try, see how that goes. So we'll just stick a hook on the end now. So I have a load of these hooks all pre-tied. Because I tend to lose so much tackle, I've got to say, if I find somewhere that's selling them off cheap, I'll grab a load. So again, these ones, like I mentioned earlier, they're hair rigs, but obviously they're much smaller, and that little elastic band there can go around pieces of luncheon meat. It can go around boilies. A lot of baits it can go around, but we won't need it for this, so I'll just nip that off. Right, and we will put a small shot towards the hook just to ensure that the bait sinks down properly. put a shot down here. So now what we have, we've got it at that depth. I think we need to be a little bit deeper. So we'll open the shot up, move that up the line. Move it up the line, right, and that should do us now. So that's our setup. What we'll do, Nath, we've drifted quite a bit. We'll reposition ourselves and then cast this thing in. Right, so what I'm going to do now, because we drifted way off position and out of position there, we're in 10 meters of water. I'm just going to sort of trottle along, nice slow speed, just till we start to see a few fish on the depth founder or the sounder. And then we'll throw a bit of bait in, cast the hook in, cast the float in, and let's see what happens. Okay, so there are a couple of fish showing now on the depth finder. So what I'm going to do, we're drifting this way, so I'm going to head up a little bit further over there, so we'll actually drift over the fish again. We'll just, this is at 6 meters deep, and it's showing, yeah, maybe 10 fish there now. Let's get a bit of bait on this hook and see how we go. So it's a small hook. What's that? Sounded like we hit something then, didn't it?
Yeah.
Present a couple of sweet corn on here. Push one up there, one around the corner. Right. Let's give this a try. And with any luck, hopefully you can see that now that the bait's sinking. Okay, so we've been sort of drifting now. Now, the good thing is, hopefully you can see the float there, but the float's just bobbing along. It's pretty much in the same position. It's drifted just a tiny bit. But as the boat, we've been getting caught by the wind, so we're drifting 2-3 times faster than that float is, so it's staying in roughly the same spot. But we need to go and meet Kerry now. She's come to see us, and we're going to have something to eat. So we will, we'll pick this up later. So we meet Kerry for lunch, and then we make our way to a beautiful little quiet cove, relatively shallow, and we set up fishing for a couple of hours. Now, unfortunately, no fish, but I do manage to catch a turtle, which is pretty unusual. Luckily, we do manage to get the hook out of its mouth off camera and return it to the wild. But yeah, what an unusual thing. Put up a good fight, I'll say that. Right, and that's us. Boat back on the trailer. Cover on, a couple of things just to pack away. And then, we're going to head into the nearest town. Me, Kerry and Nathan go out for some dinner late afternoon. Right, what an absolute cracking weekend. Nathan and I are going to stay over one more night. We'll do maybe a bit more fishing tonight. We don't know. Let's see. We've got one more night of camping, and then we go visit one more property tomorrow. Kezzy's going to head home, but we're not going to be staying here. We're going to go to another location. Same lake, just different location on the lake. We'll find that once we've had dinner, because we don't know where we're going. We're just making it up as we go. Right, we'll bring you guys back maybe tonight camping if we get a great spot, or if not, the next video you'll see from us will be the one where we go looking at the next property. Right, see you next time.